Hello, Truth Soldiers. I wanted to give you a brief overview of our Earth's Foundation course because this particular course is unlike any course I've ever been a part of or ever seen, in that it's more of a journey than a course because we have the blessing of being able to unite with truth soldiers around the world and put our Father's words to the test. This is something that is missing from your typical astronomy and earth science classes, in that they are simply just taking information and repeating it, and we are not going to do that. We're going to take what they say, study it, and take what the Word says and study that, and put the two versions of creation to the test, and compile the evidence along the way using experiments, hands on activities, interactive lessons, and videos, things that can be done live, but they can also be done outside of the live experience. And so if you ever miss a live lesson, there will be videos uploaded every single week that cover the materials, as well as fun interactive live review games, as well as review games you can do on your own time. And so for the basic layout of this course, there are 7 units. Unit 1 will start out the right way, laying the foundation and looking at what the Word says versus what the world says, so that we will have an understanding of what we're putting to the test. And once we've done that, we can move into Unit 2, which is testing the globe's foundation and seeing where it came from, the evidence that it's founded on. And when we put that evidence to the test, we're going to see if it holds up. And then that will lead us to Unit 3, which will focus on some historic lying signs and wonders, as well as a brief history of mankind traveling upwards and some of the things they have done to reach the heights they've reached, going all the way back from the Tower of Babel to modern day rocket science. After that, we will move into my favorite unit, Unit 4, the firmament, where we will take a journey to the firmament, look at all the evidence that proves that this structure is still there and that our very existence depends on it being there. And with this particular unit, our Father has really revealed more evidence than this world is seeing right now about the only structure he made on day 2 of creation. And so you will really enjoy this one, as well as the last 3 units where we go into looking at the lights within the firmament. And this is where we'll actually cover things that are in your standard earth science classes, like moon phases on the globe, and we will then compare them to moon phases on the biblical earth, and then go into things like lunar eclipses and solar eclipses and see what explanations there are on both models for these phenomena. And then after we have a breakdown of how these lights in the heavens work, we will move into our closed system and how our Father designed all these unique cycles with things like air and water to keep us alive. And this unit will end with a focus on weather and climate, so that you understand a lot of the basics to how weather actually works in our world. And it's going to make a lot more sense on the biblical earth. And then with Unit 7, we end, of course, with proving all things, looking at actual measurements and measuring things for ourselves using real calculations that only work on the biblical earth model. And then we will end the year by sharing our work, our testimonies, our talents, and to top it all off, we will have a yearbook that compiles work that has been completed throughout this journey. And we'll also use the yearbook as a method of showcasing the God given talents of our students so that you can share these with the world. And as you can see here with last year's yearbook, we have the foundational work here from the very beginning, where students are creating what they see in Genesis without bias, just reading it and making it as they see it. And from there, we have observations that sometimes take more than one simple look at the sky. And as you can see with this work sample here, students are encouraged to go outside and look up at the heavens and build a relationship with the one who spread them out like a tent, and focus on the evidence and see if we are on a globe that's traveling around the sun so that we can see the stars on the other side of the sun, or are we simply watching the lights in the heavens circle around up above us? And so the results will speak for themselves. We like to compile such evidence into the yearbook so other people can see them. You can share this with your friends. And so that's just a few of the things you can expect with our Earth Foundation course. This course is designed to build the faith up so high that it will have everlasting results with our loved ones and those involved with it. And so I thank you for your interest in this course. If you want more information, feel free to send us an email anytime and we will do our best to answer your questions. We look forward to having you join us on this journey to our Father's provable truth of creation.